want to hear from them, so I now want to invite to come to the stage Secretary Tom Vilsack, Secretary Mike Johans, Secretary Ann Veneman, Secretary Ed Schaefer, and Secretary Dan Glickman. Join me in welcoming them.
With experience spanning 3 administrations and 3 decades, 5 former U.S. Secretaries of Agriculture gathered in Des Moines, Iowa this week to discuss solutions for food insecurity at the World Food Prize-sponsored Iowa Hunger Summit.
Because I still contend most people don't want to be on these programs. Most people want to get off of them as fast as they can.
The biggest talking points surrounded the program with the biggest budget in the USDA, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP. Starting as food stamps when Henry Wallace was Agriculture Secretary, the program has evolved into a system helping those with food insecurities, providing job training, and to assist people gain self-sufficiency. In 2016, the USDA Food and Nutrition Service notes SNAP served 44.2 million people per month at an annual price tag of almost $67 billion. Critics of the program say the unlimited food choices in SNAP have led to a system of dependency on the federal government. The ability for participants to purchase almost whatever food they want made SNAP a public enemy when it comes to the problem of obesity in the country. According to the Center for Disease Control, more than 1/3 of adults have obesity. Ann Veneman, who was President George W. Bush's first Ag Secretary, called for restricting food choices in SNAP to focus on healthier selections. These actions could help curb government spending on healthcare-related issues in the future.
We're paying for this as taxpayers in Medicaid, in Medicare, if people aren't putting the right food in their bodies, we're paying it in diseases such as heart disease, diabetes. All of the non-communicable diseases are much more prevalent where we have greater obesity. The SNAP program, we've changed it to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. We should be talking much more about nutrition and not just hunger, because nutrition is really the key word.
Secretary Mike Johans, who also served under President George W. Bush, warned restrictions and SNAP benefits aren't going to fix the problem completely.
I tend to be of the school that says, look, a certain amount of restriction, yeah, it's appropriate, but if you think you're going to solve this problem with a total restriction approach, you're not. You have to build in an educational approach that has a broader base to it than what we're doing today and actually give people good information on how to make good decisions about family diet. But here's the problem. You have people who are able-bodied, and can they make it all work on minimum wage? And the answer to that is probably not.
Individuals receiving SNAP ballooned 42% in President Obama's first 4 years in office before shrinking 7% in his last 4. Tom Vilsack was secretary during that entire time and adds an update is in order.
It also presupposes that people who are receiving SNAP consume around 20 pounds of beans a week. No one consumes 20 pounds of beans a week. So it begs to be reviewed, and I think if it were to be reviewed and aligned with food prices as they are today, you would probably see the need for not fewer dollars, but more dollars in the program.
President George W. Bush's third Ag Secretary and former North Dakota Governor Ed Schaefer praised efforts at the local level, such as food pantries and farmers markets, for food education, and that ongoing research can be a crucial tool.
I mean, there's a lot of research going on that we need to fund and continue to support in changing the Americans' diet.
Despite the differences in how federal assistance programs should work, one point the 5 secretaries agreed on is if the Farm Bill and the SNAP program were pulled into 2 separate bills, neither would pass on Capitol Hill.
Do you think it's a good idea to divide and separate the nutrition programs from the farm support programs? Yes or no on a farm bill, future farm bill?
No.
No.
Okay, that's unanimous.
For Market to Market, I'm John Torpy.
I think I can speak for the entire panel to tell you that